When mornings feel heavy, waistlines tighten, and blood tests whisper warnings, we ask, is change too late? Dr. William Lee's Eat to Beat Disease offers a surprising answer. Your body holds 5 powerful defenses. Food can train them. Instead of battling your plate, you can recruit it. Today, we will step into a story of small choices, steady hope, and measurable shifts. If you take medications or have conditions, please consult your physician before making changes. A physician scientist explores how the body defends itself. Blood vessels grow wisely, tissues renew, the gut hosts allies, DNA stays guarded, and immunity stays calm. For metabolic syndrome, high waist circumference, elevated sugar, blood pressure, and triglycerides, these defenses can drift off course. The invitation is not strict deprivation, but daily coaching through food, like teaching an orchestra to tune before the symphony begins. Imagine 14 days where your energy steadies, cravings quiet, and sleep deepens, not because you're punishing yourself, but because your biology receives the right cues: fiber that feeds gut microbes, polyphenols that whisper to blood vessels, healthy fats that calm inflammation. We will show small, realistic steps that accumulate. Before any dietary changes, especially with medications, please consult your physician. Metabolic syndrome is a slow-burning fire. Visceral fat compresses organs and secretes inflammatory signals. Blood sugar swings scuff vessel linings. The gut barrier grows porous, letting sparks fan the flame. The symptom list feels personal: fatigue, thirst, foggy focus. Our story begins here, a fire you can cool, not by fear, but by feeding the firefighters already inside you. The twist is simple. The most powerful medicine might resemble dinner. In research, foods containing bioactives, catechins in green tea, anthocyanins in berries, lycopene in tomatoes, coach your body's systems. Not a courtroom of guilt, but a gym for biology. We will not chase perfection, we will practice repetition. The goal is not less life, but more life in each day. Here is our map. 1. Angiogenesis, the right growth of blood vessels. 2. Regeneration, renewal from within. 3. Microbiome, the microbial garden. 4. DNA protection, repair, and stability. 5. Immunity, vigilant, but not overreactive. Each defense touches metabolism, nutrient delivery, insulin sensitivity, inflammation control. Together, they are threads of one fabric you can strengthen daily. Simply put, metabolic syndrome is a pattern: larger waist, higher blood pressure, elevated fasting glucose, high triglycerides, and low HDL cholesterol. Not every person fits every box, yet together, they increase risk for heart disease and diabetes. Think of it as early traffic on a highway, manageable if we redirect cars now before gridlock. For assessment and goals, please speak with your physician. Healthy blood vessels are like well-designed roads. They deliver nutrients, oxygen, and hormonal signals efficiently. In metabolic syndrome, vessel linings can stiffen and microvessels underperform, blunting insulin delivery. Certain foods contain bioactives that support balanced angiogenesis, helping avoid both excessive and insufficient vessel growth. Think precise pruning in a garden, not a clear cut. Your body repairs daily: tiny tears in muscle, subtle liver stress, even pancreatic strain. Regenerative pathways and stem cell activity help refresh tissues. Nutrient patterns and rest periods signal renewal, like closing a workshop to reorganize tools. When meals are wisely spaced and nutrient-dense, repair improves. This is not restriction, it is scheduling maintenance for a busy, beloved machine. In your gut lives a vast community. When fed fibers and polyphenols, microbes produce short-chain fatty acids that can improve insulin sensitivity, support GLP-1 signaling, and strengthen the gut barrier. A calmer gut sends calmer signals to the rest of the body. Imagine tending a garden: compost in, blossoms out. Ultra-processed foods starve the soil. Whole plants nourish it. DNA faces daily stress from glucose spikes, oxidative byproducts, and inflammation. Antioxidant and repair-supporting nutrients found in berries, greens, and tea help maintain integrity. Think of DNA as a treasured manuscript. Smudges happen, but careful hands can prevent tears and aid restoration. Small, repeated choices create fewer smudges, quieter pages, clearer instructions to every cell. Immunity protects, but chronic low-grade inflammation fuels metabolic problems. The goal is poise, ready to defend, reluctant to overreact. Certain foods, omega-3 rich fish, mushrooms with beta-glucans, spices like turmeric may support a calmer immune tone. Visualize a thermostat, enough heat to be safe, not so much that it warps the home. Food helps set the dial. A patient described a morning when, after weeks of gentle changes, her appetite felt predictable and her steps felt lighter. She had not dieted, she had trained. Breakfast was oats with berries, lunch a bean salad, dinner roasted vegetables with olive oil and fish. Her body's defenses responded like musicians finding rhythm. Your journey may echo this at your own pace. To notice change, track waist circumference, energy levels, sleep quality, and how often cravings visit. In partnership with your clinician, monitor fasting glucose, lipid panel, and blood pressure. Data is a compass, not a judge. It guides the next small step. If you take medications like insulin or antihypertensives, please consult your physician before altering diet or activity. Imagine constructing a house. Angiogenesis lays roads to the door, regeneration repairs the walls, the microbiome tends the garden, DNA keeps the blueprint safe, and immunity secures the gate. Each meal is a brick. We do not need marble, we need consistency. Over weeks, bricks stack into rooms where your future self can rest comfortably. Prebiotic fibers in onions, garlic, leeks, asparagus, and oats feed beneficial microbes. Fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, kimchi, and sauerkraut introduce helpful species and metabolites. Together, they encourage the production of short-chain fatty acids that may lower inflammation and support insulin sensitivity. Start small to let your system adapt, and consult your physician if you have GI conditions. Green tea catechins, tomato lycopene, and soy isoflavones have been studied for vascular effects. Together with a plant-forward pattern, they may support endothelial function and balanced vessel growth. Think of them as architects who refine the city grid. Enjoy brewed tea, cooked tomatoes with olive oil, and whole soy foods like edamame or tofu as culturally appropriate. Color signals compounds that may protect DNA, purple anthocyanins in berries, orange carotenoids in carrots and squash, green chlorophyll partners in leafy vegetables. A rainbow plate is not decoration, it is code. Over time, these pigments help buffer oxidative stress tied to glucose variability. Think of it as turning down static so cells can hear clear instructions. Turmeric with black pepper, ginger, cinnamon, and rosemary offer polyphenols that may modulate inflammatory pathways. They do not silence your immune system, they help it choose wisely. Add them to soups, stews, teas, or roasted vegetables. Over days, the body's tone may shift from alarm to alert. If on anticoagulants or other medications, consult your physician before high-dose spices. Time between meals can offer a gentle reset. Finishing dinner earlier and allowing an overnight gap may improve insulin sensitivity and support cellular maintenance processes. This is not an endurance test. It is a courteous pause. Hydration, herbal teas, and balanced earlier meals make it comfortable. If you have diabetes or take glucose-lowering drugs, consult your physician first. Begin with fiber and protein. Steel-cut oats with chia and berries, or eggs with leafy greens and tomatoes. Add green tea or coffee if you enjoy them. Both contain bioactives linked to metabolic benefits. This steady plate softens the glucose curve and reduces mid-morning cravings. Small, delicious, repeatable, personalized for culture and preference. The goal is stability and joy. Create a bowl built on legumes, whole grains, and greens. Think lentils with quinoa, arugula, cherry tomatoes, olives, and extra virgin olive oil. Add vinegar or citrus to brighten flavor and possibly blunt post-meal glucose rise. Protein can be plant or fish, culturally flexible. This is midday scaffolding, strong enough to carry you through the afternoon without a sugar crash. Aim for abundant vegetables, a modest portion of protein, and healthy fats. roasted cauliflower, mushrooms, and peppers with herbs, a side of fish or tofu, a splash of olive oil. Finish earlier when possible to allow the restorative gap. This meal whispers to all 5 defenses: color for DNA, fiber for microbiome, spices for immunity, oils for vessels, and rest for repair. Choose snacks that train stability: nuts, seeds, yogurt, a piece of fruit with nut butter, or dark chocolate with a high cacao percentage. These choices deliver fiber, healthy fats, and polyphenols that support satiety and vessel health. They are not consolation prizes, they are practice sessions between main meals. Keep portions mindful and enjoyable. Water, sparkling water, herbal tea, and unsweetened beverages help regulate appetite and support metabolic processes. Sometimes thirst dresses up as hunger. Keep a glass visible where you work. If you enjoy coffee or tea, savor them thoughtfully, mindful of added sugars. The goal is clear signals, like cleaning a foggy window to see your next step. Short bouts of movement after meals, like a 10-minute walk, can help muscles absorb glucose and smooth post-meal spikes. These microdoses add up. Think of each walk as stirring the pot so sugars do not settle. If you have mobility limits, chair exercises or gentle resistance bands count. For exercise planning with medical conditions, please consult your physician. During sleep, hormones recalibrate, appetite signals reset, and insulin sensitivity can improve. Build a bedtime ritual: dim lights, screen curfew, a warm shower, and a cool room. Light, earlier dinners assist comfort. Sleep is not a luxury, it is a nightly health appointment. Persistent sleep issues warrant a conversation with your physician. Chronic stress nudges cortisol and appetite upward. Brief breathing exercises, a short walk in nature, journaling, or a mindful tea can turn down the body's alarm. Stress will visit. You choose the length of its stay. Pair calming practices with meals to anchor routine. If anxiety or mood concerns persist, please seek professional guidance. Beets and dark cocoa contain compounds linked with improved endothelial function and nitric oxide pathways, supporting healthy blood flow. Think of them as polishing the inside of your vessel network. Enjoy roasted beets in salads and small portions of high cacao dark chocolate. Balance, not excess, is the art. If you have kidney or oxalate concerns, consult your physician. Beans, lentils, barley, and seeds carry fibers and resistant starch that microbes transform into beneficial metabolites. Start with small servings and cook thoroughly. Your gut garden appreciates gradual change. Over time, expect steadier energy and satiety. Remember, every spoonful is a message to your microbes. We are feeding you well. Please look after us. Broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage offer compounds that can activate protective cellular pathways, supporting detox and DNA stability. Lightly steam or saute to preserve benefits. Add a sprinkle of mustard seeds to boost activity. Picture tiny repair crews clocking in after this meal. For thyroid concerns or meds, please discuss crucifer intake with your physician. Mushrooms, like shiitake and maitake, contain beta-glucans, studied for immune modulation. Saute with olive oil and herbs, or add to soups. Their gentle nudge can help immunity stay responsive yet calm. Consider them forest guides for your internal defenses. If you have allergies or conditions affecting immunity, please consult your physician. Omega-3 fatty acids from fatty fish, flax, or chia can influence cell membranes and inflammation, supporting repair environments. 2 portions of oily fish, weekly or plant-based equivalents, create a rhythm of renewal. Imagine oiling the hinges of your cellular doors so signaling flows smoothly. If you take anticoagulants, please consult your physician about omega-3 intake. Extra virgin olive oil, rich in polyphenols, is associated with better endothelial function. Use it to dress vegetables and grains, favoring gentle heat. This is a daily drizzle of support for your vessel lining. Quality matters. Choose fragrant, bitter peppery oil. Your body notices these subtle cues the way a violin responds to a careful touch. Herbs like parsley and mint, and citrus zest and bitters can stimulate digestion and enhance the enjoyment of vegetables. Pleasure is a metabolic tool. It encourages consistency. A small zest, a handful of herbs, and meals feel abundant. The gut notices when meals end with satisfaction rather than chase. This is training through delight. Shop the perimeter for produce, proteins, and fermented foods. In the center aisles, seek whole grains, legumes, seeds, and spices. Read labels like detective work, short ingredient lists, minimal added sugars, and recognizable words. Choose items that look like they once grew or swam. Your cart becomes a promise to your future self. Added sugars appear under many names: syrup, maltose, dextrose. Scan the ingredient list and the added sugar line. Choose sauces and yogurts with little to none. This is not deprivation, it is prevention of noisy glucose curves that tire your vessels and mood. Quiet sweetness like whole fruit arrives with fiber, slowing the ride. Set the stage before hunger arrives. Wash greens, cook a pot of beans, roast a tray of vegetables, and brew tea. When good choices are within arm's reach, willpower is no longer the hero. Environment is. This quiet prep is a love letter to your tomorrow. Even 20 minutes on a Sunday changes the week. At restaurants, choose one anchor from each: vegetables first, quality protein, and a smart starch like beans or whole grains. Ask for sauces on the side, drizzle olive oil, add a salad. This rule is flexible and discreet. You can celebrate and still coach your biology. If unsure, begin with a vegetable soup or salad. Begin meals with a 10-minute pace, take smaller bites, set the utensil down, breathe. Satiety signals travel slowly, give them time. Notice flavors: the pepper in oil, the brightness of lemon, the sweetness of a tomato. Pleasure noticed is pleasure doubled. This pause reduces overeating naturally, like turning down background music to hear the melody. Cravings rise and fall like waves. When a wave builds, pair a satisfying choice: yogurt, nuts, or tea, with a 5-minute distraction. A walk, a message to a friend, a short stretch. Often the wave breaks gently. You are not failing, you are practicing. Over time, the ocean calms. If cravings feel unmanageable, seek professional support. Invite a partner or friend. Share a pot of bean chili, a salad bar night, or tea after dinner. Social connection lowers stress and supports consistency. Healing does not require isolation, it thrives in companionship. Set the table as an altar to small changes: plates, herbs, laughter, and stories that nourish as surely as the meal. If the scale pauses, look for quieter victories: steadier moods, better sleep, smaller waste, improved lab trends. Biology remodels gradually, like a city upgrading pipes underground. Keep the rhythm: fiber, color, healthy fats, movement, and rest. Plateaus are not walls. They are bridges between chapters. Review portions and added sugars, and keep walking. Carbohydrates are not the enemy. Ultra-processed sugars are. Fats are not villains. Quality and portions matter. Protein is not a cure-all. It is one instrument in the orchestra. The pattern: whole plants, quality proteins, healthy fats, conducts harmony. Fear shrinks options, wisdom expands them meal by meal. Days 1 to 3, prep, hydration, green tea swap. Days 4 to 7, fiber forward lunches, 10-minute walks. Days 8 to 10, earlier dinners, fermented foods. Days 11 to 14, spice up, fish or plant omega-3, mindful eating. Measure waste and energy weekly. The aim is momentum. Consult your physician for personalized targets and to interpret any lab changes. Notice hands warming faster, a calm pulse after meals, and steadier focus. These subtle signals may reflect improved vessel tone and balanced glucose. You do not need perfection to feel better. Your endothelium hears every olive oil drizzle, every leafy handful. Keep listening to these whispers. They are progress notes from within. Create a plate that speaks to all defenses: leafy salad with olive oil and citrus, vessels, DNA, lentil and mushroom stew, microbiome, immunity, side of salmon or tofu, regeneration, and green tea, angiogenesis. This is not complex. It is intentional. Let colors guide, textures satisfy, and aromas invite you to slow down. If a day unravels, stressful meeting, fast food, late night, Begin again at the next bite. One choice does not erase your training. The body remembers patterns, not isolated moments. Offer it the next kind cue: water, a walk, a colorful meal. If you feel stuck or symptoms worsen, please consult your physician for tailored support. You are not battling your body, you are stewarding it. The 5 defenses are teammates that prefer training to punishment. With each meal, you practice a language your biology understands: fiber, color, healthy fats, spices, rest, and movement. Over weeks, the score shifts from tension to harmony. Please keep your physician involved as your numbers evolve. Thank you for walking this path. If today's story helped you see food as training for your defenses, join our community. Please subscribe, like, and share this video with someone who needs gentle hope. Begin with one change at your very next meal, and consult your physician for personalized guidance. Your body is ready to practice. Let us begin.